Again, doing the same thing. لي أخت. Literally, it means for me there is أخت, a sister. But when I say for me there is a sister, it means I have. So لي أخت. لك أخت, you have a sister. لك أخ, you have a brother. لهم سيارة, they have a car. لنا أب, we have a father. لنا we have a mother. لنا بيت, we have a house, and etc. So you see also the L for adding it to an object pronoun, for you, for them, for her, for him. It means have, to have. Okay? I went to study. I went, we say ذهبت. ذهبت. Study, we say أدرس. I study أدرس. To study, we add the لي. ذهبت لأدرس. So I went for studying or to study or in order to study. So ذهبت لأدرس. لأدرس. Okay? So these are examples about how to use the preposition لي. As I told you, لي can mean literally for. هذا الكتاب لي مها. This book is for مها. Or لي أخت, I have. So the verb to have. لك سيارة, you have a car. لك أب, you have a father, etc. And when we combine verbs, one verb with another verb, we make the I went to eat, I came to drink, and etc. So we put the second verb with the لي, and it makes it the infinitive. Alright? become هذا. become هذا. become هذا. become هذا. become هذا.
In the last lesson, we learned the most common forms of greetings in Arabic. Do you remember them? We introduced marhaban and assalamu alaikum, as well as shukran and ila liqa. In this lesson, we're going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in Arabic, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you're saying, even if their answer is no. Are you ready? Then let's start. Here's the basic way to ask if someone speaks English. هل تتكلم الإنجليزية? If you are talking to a male. And هل تتكلمين الإنجليزية? If you are talking to a female. هل تتكلم الإنجليزية? هل تتكلمين الإنجليزية? هل means do. You and speak are merged in the same word, تتكلم for males, and تتكلمين for females. إنجليزية means English. This is an indirect way of asking someone to speak to you in English. There are many ways of making it clear that you're asking the person to speak English to you. For example, هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية? Means, could you speak English? هل بإمكانك means, could you? Are you able to? Or, is it possible to? And is referring to the ability of the person to speak English. Again, if you're talking to a female, you should change the last accent of ka to ki. So the question becomes, هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية? التكلم means speaking, and بالإنجليزية is in English. To be more formal, we could add the word please to the request to make it هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية من فضلك? In this case, the question cannot mean the person's ability to speak English anymore, because you are obviously asking them to speak English to you. Since in Arabic the word please literally means from your favor, it should also be changed according to the person's gender. So, in case of a female, we should also change the ka ending of please in min fadlika to min fadliki. The question becomes هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية من فضلك? The responses you will receive could be one of these three. نعم, yes. نعم. قليلا, a little. قليلا. There are a few ways of saying no in Arabic. لا or كلا. No, I don't speak English is لا أنا لا أتكلم الإنجليزية. لا أنا لا أتكلم الإنجليزية. It is exactly the same structure as in English. لا is no, أنا is I, لا means don't. أتكلم is I speak, and الإنجليزية is English. Since this last one is a negative statement, we need to say لا before the verb أتكلم or speak. لا literally means no, but when placed before a verb, it negates this verb, becoming don't or doesn't. Notice also that the verb أتكلم is slightly different than تتكلم, which we learned before. Remember, the verb changes depending on the pronoun used. We are not talking about أنا, Arabic for I, thus I do not speak is أنا لا أتكلم. Now it's time for Carol's tips. For those of you who are not native English speakers, you can obviously use this question with any language you need. Arab people study other languages at school, depending on the country they live in, so maybe you'll get lucky. Just substitute al-Ingliziyya with al-Faransiyya for French, al-Italiyya for Italian, al-Ispaniyya for Spanish, or al-Almaniyya for German. In this lesson, you learned how to ask if someone can speak English. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to say excuse me and other ways to apologize in Arabic. I'll see you in the next العربية في 3 دقائق lesson. إلى اللقاء. Let's first look at an informal way to introduce yourself in Arabic. مرحبا أنا كارول سررت بلقائك. Hi, I'm Carol. It's a pleasure to meet you. مرحبا أنا كارول سررت بلقائك. Now you try it. Start by saying مرحبا, which is the equivalent of hi. Then say أنا, literally I am, followed by your name. أنا كارول is I am Carol. Finally, say nice to meet you. If you're talking to a man, you say سررت بلقائك. If you are talking to a woman, say سررت بلقائك. This phrase means pleasure to meet you. In the English phrase pleasure to meet you, you is a neutral word. You can use it for both men and women. But in Arabic, the word you needs a gender. When you change the last letter in liqa'ika, a, to an e sound, liqa'iki, you are actually changing the word you from the male to the female version. Please be careful to use the correct version. Now let's see another way of introducing yourself. In this version, you will say, hi, my name is Carol instead of, hi, I am Carol. And we will learn another way of saying, nice to meet you. مرحبا اسمي كارول تشرفت بمعرفتك. Hi, my name is Carol. I am honored to meet you. مرحبا اسمي كارول تشرفت بمعرفتك. What has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at these together. First, مرحبا أنا كارول has changed to مرحبا اسمي كارول. So, instead of saying, hi, I am Carol, we are speaking in a more formal way by saying, hi, my name is Carol. Next, after giving your name, instead of saying, سررت بلقائك, you say, تشرفت بمعرفتك, or I am honored to meet you, which is a bit more formal. Again, we should not forget to change the ending of the word depending on the gender of the person you're speaking to. It would be تشرفت بمعرفتك for a man and تشرفت بمعرفتك in case of a woman. One more time, here are the 4 ways you learn to introduce yourself in Arabic. Informally, مرحبا أنا كارول سررت بلقائك if you are speaking to a man, and مرحبا أنا كارول سررت بلقائك if you are speaking to a woman. The formal way to introduce yourself is مرحبا اسمي كارول تشرفت بمعرفتك if the person you're talking to is a man, and مرحبا اسمي كارول تشرفت بمعرفتك if that person is a woman. Now it's time for Carol's tips. When you introduce yourself in the Middle East or Northern African countries, it's polite to offer your right hand for a handshake or give 3 kisses on the cheeks, although the rules vary depending on where you are. Arab people place great value on politeness. So, for example, it is considered rude to enter a room or a place without greeting everyone. If you use the right sentence to introduce yourself, they'll definitely be impressed. Do you know how to say thank you in Arabic?